In the grand agora of digital discourse, Destiny, the modern-day Cicero of the internet, unfurls his rhetorical banner to scrutinize the enigmatic labyrinth of social media engagement.
Pushing his audience away. The Israel stuff pushed a lot of viewers away. Just look at Hassan dropping to 50. Yeah, well, okay, I don't care about this. Here's what I kind of think. This is something that I have a really hard time understanding. Okay, let's do a little social media analysis. I've kind of talked about this before. I don't have like a formal system, but I kind of like intuitively understand this. Okay, you've got different values for levels of engagement for different types of viewers. So down here we might say we've got Instagram. Down here I might put like Instagram and Twitter. Okay, wow, you've got 1 million followers on Instagram or Twitter. You know, maybe you'll make $100,000. I don't know. No, you won't. I'm sorry, a year. Maybe if you do a fund sponsors. But yeah, Instagram and Twitter are down here. Then you come up here and you've got TikTok. Okay, TikTok is you can get a lot of followers, eyes in front of a lot of people. You can rise and fall very quickly. Engagement's kind of shit. From TikTok, we move to platforms like YouTube. Okay, your engagement is much higher here, depending on the type of content you put out. Assuming it's not YouTube Shorts, right? Okay. This is much higher. And then here you've got things like, I think streaming right now, for the past 10 years, has been the ultimate form of viewer engagement. Okay, I can put your ass in a chair and keep you there for 10 hours, okay, watching what I'm talking about. People on Instagram and Twitter wish they could get this level of engagement. TikTokers wish they could post videos longer than 1 minute long. Even YouTubers struggle sometimes to post long videos depending on the style of content they do. Okay, so streaming is like the ultimate in terms of like viewer engagement. As you move through these different levels of engagement, I expect to see your audience somewhere. And I don't know sometimes because I'll see people at these areas and then I wonder, like, where are your fans? And why don't they filter down into any of these other platforms? So here's like a question that I have for like the Second Thought guy. Second Thought has over 1 million subscribers. He's got a lot of videos that like his engagement is okay. His engagement is pretty good. I'd say it's pretty good. 450K, 300K, 307K. He doesn't post that often. So given the frequency of his posts, his engagement should be a tad higher. But this is not bad engagement at all. Okay, 1.6 million subs, 460,000 views on a 15-minute video. It's decent. This is pretty decent. Okay. But when I look at him on we'll say like Twitter. Oh, wow. Wait, did he gain more followers? Okay, maybe he's got more followers. I feel like his engagement on Twitter is just so not where I would expect it to be. Like tweeting out here, for instance, that he's going to be like on a podcast that are like 44 likes. I feel like I could tweet a picture of my elbow and get more than this. And I understand his followers on Twitter are lower than me, but I would expect that like the presence on YouTube is so high. Why do I feel like sometimes it's hard to find? Like, where do I find Second Thought fans? Like I see he's got some tweets that do pretty good here, but these are like you're trying to go viral tweets, right? Anthony Bourdain, and Kissinger and blah, 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 blah. Look at the YouTube comment section, see if it's botted. You get crazy engagement, though. I get good engagement because I don't bot any of my shit, and I wonder sometimes if everybody else does. I will say, when I was looking through some tweets earlier, though, I thought his engagement was a lot worse than this. His engagement actually isn't that bad. Given he's got like 65,000 followers, 600 likes on here, it's not that bad. But I would expect him to have more followers. I will say, I also ran into this issue with, do you remember the no... Wait, did he delete his channel? Fuck. This is another guy that was getting I think he was over 10 million views a month at one point on this channel. But when I looked at his Twitter, he had like 3,000 followers and no engagement. And I'm like, where is your audience? Like, where do they interact with you at? I don't know. And then I wonder for that guy, especially since that JT dude is such a fashy apologist. Isn't it without the? Is it? I thought it was the no bullshit. Oh, hold on, we got a call coming up. Oh my god, this channel. Wait, did I dramatically overshoot that? No, I thought he was getting over millions of views at one point. Well, we interacted with this guy a long time ago, so maybe it wasn't tracking the metrics then. Guys, I have so many assignments to do today. You don't understand. This guy's name is Little Beirut. Oh, God. Look at this guy's page. 260,000 subs, millions and hundreds of thousands of views, but only 2.1k Twitter followers. It happens sometimes. Oh, sure. But like, I feel like this is a little bit different. The type of community engagement is different because, so I'm not saying anything is good or bad or better or worse or like, I'm just saying there's different types. So this guy says he makes videos every so often about obscure historical or scientific things. That doesn't seem to me like something that blends as well with like social media engagement, like politics does, right? So it wouldn't surprise me if this guy just doesn't really have much, because what is this guy going to tweet about unless he's like, what is he tweeting about that I'm going to be like heavily engaged on? Where it's like, oh yeah, it's Twitter, you know? Whereas like for people to do politics, it's like, oh, I want to talk about like all of this shit. I want to talk about like the politics of today in Israel, Palestine, and Ukraine, and I want to talk about Erdogan and all blah, blah, blah. Like politics, like I think lends itself well to engagement on social media platforms. So it wouldn't surprise me. Like for instance, that internet historian guy, I wonder like what his Twitter following is.
Hey buddy.
Oh, 500.
As he navigates the virtual landscape, Destiny, the Socratic Inquisitor, turns his gaze toward the curious phenomenon of varying audience engagement across platforms, particularly the perplexing case of content creators like Second Thought and others. Destiny, akin to a digital polybius, delves into the intricacies of this social media pantheon, pondering the celestial hierarchy of engagement. The grand amphitheater of YouTube, resembling the ancient Colosseum, stands as a triumphant citadel of high engagement, with content creators commanding legions of subscribers and armies of views. However, the Twitter Agora, despite its vibrant tapestry of 280-character musings, presents a paradox, an enigma where the engagement levels seem to defy the gravitational pull of YouTube's digital colossus. As Destiny, the virtual Magellan, sails through the choppy waters of this social media archipelago, he raises the rhetorical sails to catch the winds of curiosity. The disparity between YouTube's roaring waves of engagement and Twitter's tepid ripples becomes a modern-day Scylla and Charybdis, a navigational challenge that beckons inquiry into the unfathomable depths of audience behavior. The oratorical tapestry is woven further as Destiny, the digital Herodotus, compares the engagement patterns of creators traversing the political landscape with those who, like intellectual alchemists, transmute obscure historical or scientific topics into digital gold. The Socratic query arises, does political content, akin to a Gorgon's gaze, poses a magnetic allure that naturally draws more social media engagement, leaving the more esoteric topics languishing in the shadows? Destiny, the contemporary Diogenes with his digital lantern, sheds light on the perplexing case studies of other content creators, no bullcrap, an internet historian. These digital augurs, despite their triumphant processions in the Colosseum of YouTube, find themselves donned in the cloak of relative anonymity within the Twitter Agora. Destiny, the virtual Prometheus, steals glimmers of insight from the celestial fire of data, attempting to decipher the cryptic hieroglyphs of engagement patterns. As Destiny embarks on this intellectual peregrination, he reflects on the intricate dance of audience migration or, in some cases, their conspicuous absence. The enigma of why the fervent audiences that populate the YouTube colossus don't trickle down into the Twitter tributaries becomes a Sisyphean puzzle, a riddle that echoes through the digital corridors like the elusive whispers of the oracle at Delphi. Influencers, akin to modern-day rhetoricians, find themselves navigating the labyrinth of social media platforms, each with its distinct topography and audience dynamics. Destiny, the digital Tiresias, might turn his analytical gaze towards this complex landscape, contemplating the fickle winds that propel influencers to varying heights of engagement across platforms. The Colosseum of YouTube, reminiscent of an intellectual agora, stands as a grand amphitheater where the gladiators of political discourse engage in rhetorical battles, captivating legions of viewers with the spectacle of debates, analyses, and opinion pieces. Here, the nuanced nature of long-form content allows for in-depth exploration, fostering an intellectual coliseum where ideas clash like titans. Audiences, seeking the substance of discourse, are drawn to the magnetic charisma of influencers who navigate the complex terrain of political discussion, akin to modern-day Socratic dialogues. The philosophical crescendo arrives as Destiny, the digital Epicurus, contemplates the underlying reasons behind these disparities. Is it the nature of political discourse, a hydra that spawns endless debates, which captivates audiences more effectively than the cerebral symphonies of obscure historical or scientific expositions? Or does the labyrinth of social media algorithms, like the Minotaur's maze, conceal a complex calculus that governs the distribution of digital attention? The very nature of political content, resembling the mythical hydra, plays a role in this digital conundrum. The divisiveness inherent in political discussions may cultivate fervent followings within the YouTube citadel, where individuals seek the intellectual sustenance of prolonged debates. Twitter, however, with its brevity, may transform these debates into digital skirmishes, possibly deterring certain audiences from full-fledged engagement. Moreover, the psychological dynamics of each platform may contribute to the disparities. YouTube, akin to an intellectual library, invites viewers to engage in long-form discussions, fostering a sense of continuity and commitment. Twitter, with its fleeting nature, becomes an ephemeral scroll where ideas flutter by like leaves in the wind, potentially leading to more transient engagements. In the grand amphitheater of political discourse, the choice of platform may also be influenced by the overarching narrative each influencer wishes to weave. Destiny might reflect on how the YouTube Coliseum allows for nuanced storytelling, while Twitter becomes a stage for rhetorical flourishes and succinct quips that resonate in the fleeting attention spans of the digital agora. As a streamer, Destiny's engagement prowess is fortified by the real-time interaction that defines the streaming experience. The virtual agora becomes an immersive space where viewers, akin to spectators in an intellectual coliseum, can actively participate in discussions, pose questions, and witness the unfolding drama of live debates. This dynamic interaction fosters a sense of community, a digital camaraderie that transcends the boundaries of passive viewership. The nature of streaming, where Destiny's ideas are not just broadcasted but discussed, dissected, and deliberated upon in real time, cultivates a deeper level of connection with the audience. The interactive nature of Twitch, Destiny's primary streaming platform, allows for a direct and immediate exchange, creating a symbiotic relationship that is the hallmark of high engagement. Destiny's prowess extends beyond the realm of streaming to other platforms like YouTube and Twitter, where he navigates the intricacies of content creation and social media engagement with dexterity. His YouTube channel serves as an intellectual library, housing an archive of long-form debates, discussions, and analyses. The transition from the dynamic immediacy of streaming to the enduring depth of YouTube content showcases Destiny's adaptability, catering to different audience preferences. The synergy of Destiny's engagement strategy lies not only in the platforms he chooses, but also in the diverse content he delivers. From political debates to gaming streams, from lengthy discussions to succinct tweets, Destiny caters to a broad spectrum of interests within his fanbase. This versatility ensures that engagement remains high across the multifaceted landscape of his digital empire. In conclusion, Destiny's oratorical odyssey through the uneven landscapes of social media engagement becomes a digital Aeneid, a poetic exploration of the mysterious currents that guide the audience's ships through the seas of digital content. The Colosseum of YouTube, a modern-day amphitheater of the internet, contrasts with the more elusive engagement patterns of Twitter, creating an intellectual tapestry that warrants contemplation. As Destiny, the digital Odysseus, embarks on these uncharted waters, the riddles of audience behavior remain an enduring enigma, an enigma that beckons the Socratic pursuit of insight and understanding in the boundless realm of the internet.